Hello and welcome to another Magic the Gathering video. So now we're on the third pack from the Gatecrash set, and this particular intro pack is Gruul Goliaths. So it's a red-green deck. As we can see from the front card, which is the foil, this has a Blood Rush mechanic. So let's open it up, have a look at the deck, and then see what's in the boosters as to what might be usable in this particular deck. Okay, so we have obviously our deck, our boosters, our how to play guide, and the actual deck guide. So we'll just open this up as always and have a quick look at the deck. There's our guilds. Okay, so Gruul Goliaths. So the mana base seems pretty similar on all these decks in that they normally contain roughly equal amounts, maybe sort of 12 to 13 actually in most, although some have got, one of them, the Boris one had sort of 12 to 12. But this Gruul Goliath has 12 mountains to 13 forests. So red-green, and also a guild gate in there to do some fixing. Also looks like again the deck has a key rune in specific for the colour combination, so the Gruul key rune. 24 creatures, 10 other spells, and after we've done the unboxing and the boosters, we'll have a quick look at what they suggest in terms of modifying the deck. So let's have a look at the deck first of all. Okay. So up front we have the foil. So this is a creature elemental. It's Rubble Hulk for red-green, and its ability: Rubble Hulk's power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands you control, but also it has the Blood Rush mechanic on it. So one colourless red and a green, you discard Rubble Hulk, and then the target attacking creature gets +X until end of turn, where X is the number of lands you control. So we'll keep an eye out for other Blood Rush cards in the deck. We've got Foundry Street Denizen, Arbor Elf, Skinbrand Goblin, which has Blood Rush on it. So what you'll notice with the Blood Rush mechanic is the description attached to it and what it does will change, and it does a number of different things. So the Blood Rush on the Rubble Hulk basically pumped another creature based on the number of lands, but on Skinbrand Goblin, this Blood Rush, which is a cost of 1 red, will target an attacking creature and give it +2/+1 until end of turn. Disciple of the Old Ways. It's a green card but with a red activated ability. 1 red, and it gains first strike until end of turn. There's 2 of those. Skarg Guildmage, I think that is. Centaur Courser, and there are 2 of those. Slaughterhorn has Blood Rush on it, and in this case when you discard it, the target attacking creature gets +3/+2 until end of turn, and that's 1 green to activate that. Viashino Skanktail, also Blood Rush on it. 2 and a red to activate that, and gives target attacking creature +3/+1 and first strike until end of turn. And there's 2 of those in the deck. Got Primal Hunt Beast, which has hexproof on it. Scab Clan Charger, which also has Blood Rush on it. Cost a 1 and a green. And you discard it, it gives a target attacking creature +2/+4. So there's a bit of variability there on the pump aspect of that ability trigger. Gore Clan Rampager, also Blood Rush, red-green, cost there, discard it, and you give target attacking creature +4/+4 and trample until end of turn. Fire Elemental, 2 of those. Tar Swine, also Blood Rush, 1 red-green. Discard, gives target attacking creature +5/+4 until end of turn. And there's 2 of those. Ripscale Predator, Ruination Worm. There's 2 Ruination Worms in the deck. There's also a Duskdale Worm from M13 in the deck, and that has trample on it. So you've got some nice fatties in here, not surprisingly, in a red-green deck. Gruul Rage Beast is our rare, another rare. 5 red-green for a 6/6. Whenever Gruul Rage Beast or another creature enters the battlefield under your control, that creature fights target creature and opponent controls. Then we have the Guild Gate, the Gruul Guild Gate, which means we're now onto the mana base. And as is the case with this particular set, middle set, so they've got the artwork from the first set in the block. So there's the Return to Ravnica artwork. So we'll flick through these and get on to our support spells. And it'll be interesting to see with red what sort of removal we might have, or, what direct damage. Okay, so we have got an Alpha Authority, which is an enchantment. So that enchants creature, gives it hexproof, and it can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. Pit Fight, red-green, so target creature you control fights another creature. Ground Assault, a sorcery, deals damage to target creature equal to the number of lands you control. So there's 2 of those. We've got the Gruul Key Rune in this, and there's 2 of these. So that's going to help sort out sort of red-green. Or we can pay red-green and activate the ability where it becomes a 3/2 red and green beast artifact creature with trample until end of turn. Predator's Rapport. So we get to choose a target creature you control. You gain life equal to that creature's power plus its toughness. Verdant Haven. So enters the battlefield, you get 2 life, and when the land that it enchants is tapped for mana, its controller adds 1 mana of any colour to his or her mana pool. So that's going to generate obviously extra mana for us. Ranger's Path enables us to hunt down in the library for up to 2 forest cards and put them into the battlefield tapped. So this deck's obviously got some ability to generate mana or to gain access to mana quickly. A Volcanic Geyser. So this deals X damage to target creature or player where the X is in the casting cost, so X red. So it's one of these scalable scalable instance, a bit like Fireball, if anybody remembers that. We're back in the channel Fireball combo. Okay, so there's our deck. So what we're looking for is some red-green cards, red or green or colourless in our pools. Okay, Way of the Thief. Tin Street Market, so this allows you to enchant land and gives the land tap. When you tap it, discard a card, draw a card. Dutiful Thrall, just keep these red cards here. Cloudfin Raptor, Hydroform, Sky Knight Legionnaire. We had one of those in the Boros deck. Nav Squad Commandos. Madcap Skills. With this you can enchant a creature, and the enchanted creature gets +3/+0 and can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. So that ability was also featuring in our actual deck, in our Gruul Goliaths deck. Balustrade Spy, seems to be pulling a lot of those. Ivy Lane Denizen, so here's a green card we could use. So whenever another green creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. And that's a 2/3. Got a Gruul Key Rune, which we already have in the deck. Well, we have 2 of those. Debtor's Pulpit. So we're coming on to our uncommons now. Knight of Obligation. It's got the extort ability on there. And red-green rare here. So this, we could put this in the deck. It would certainly fit mana-wise. And whenever Rubble Belt Raiders attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it for each attacking creature you control. Have a Plains and an advert card. So in this one we have a rare that's red-green, colourless Gruul Key Rune, Ivy Lane Denizen, Madcap Skills and Tin Street Market that we could experiment with. Okay. Massive Raid, so this deals damage to target creature or player equal to the number of creatures you control. That might be useful for beefing up our removal in the deck. Night Watch, Contaminated Ground, I've seen this before in another booster. Greenside Watcher, you can use this to untap a target gate, basically. Mugging, this can deal 2 damage to a target creature and that creature can't block this turn. That's 1 red to cast. Kingpin's Pet, Keymaster Rogue, Horror of the Dim, Guild Scorn Ward, Razor Tip Whip, it's 2 colourless, 1 and tap. Razor Tip Whip deals 1 damage to target opponent. And then we move on to our uncommons. So Vizcopa Guildmage, Mental Vapours. We have a Ground Assault which is in the deck already. Ground Assault deals damage to target creature equal to the number of lands you control. And our rare is Soul Ransom. So this is an enchantment, costs 2 blue-black to cast. Enchant creature. You control enchanted creature. Discard 2 cards. Soul Ransom's controller sacrifices it, then draws 2 cards. Only an opponent may activate this ability. Swamp and a night token. So we've got some useful removal here for our deck if we felt that maybe the deck was a bit lacking in removal. A piece of an artifact there, which we can use again to just do a small amount of damage to a target opponent, and then something that enables us to untap a target gate. So there's the pulls, and you saw the deck, which was the Gruul Goliaths deck. Just going to have a quick look at the suggestions at the bottom here. So, not surprising with this deck already having large creatures in it, it's not surprising to see the suggestions suggest basically putting more large creatures in it. So there's Elder Scale Worm from 2013, so 7/7 trampling, 7/7 with trampling. There's also the soulbound mechanic from Avacyn Restored, which is a good suggestion to check out here. So that's the one where that allows you to pair two creatures together, and it provides some sort of mutual boost, which is described in the text on the card to both of them. So I can imagine there's lots of really useful soul bond mechanics there that would work really well in this deck. Okay, so there you have Gruul Goliaths. Thanks for watching.